Finally, I got this guy, Dr. Fate, from Mcfarlane 7-inch figure. Got him at GameStop. Pretty nice. So badass. Finally have him. And then I also got Gotenks from Dragon Stars. This is the regular version. I do have the Super Saiyan version, but yeah, this one just was pretty cool to get as well. It's been a while since I picked up Dragon Stars figures. They haven't been making new characters as much, but that's cool. What's up everybody, Jay Pinoy, and doing a open review on the Dr. Fate that I just got. And right now I'm putting him on a flight stand that it came with the package. I already threw away the package, so it's just a generic Mcfarlane Multiverse DC box that it comes with. Only 2 accessories, unfortunately. It only comes with a flight stand. If I can take this out real quick, set them aside. And yeah, so the package, it came with the flight stand itself. It came in 2 pieces like that. And as all the DC Multiverse Mcfarlane, they all come with a card. Here's a bio of the figure. Yeah, it's so great to have finally Dr. Fate in my hands. I have some mixed gripes about the figure looking at it. Overall, the look itself is pretty cool. I am familiar with the Injustice games. I played it, I own it. I own the video games. So when I saw this guy, that he was gonna be, that Mcfarlane's gonna make him, I was like so stoked that I had to pre-order this guy, because Dr. Fate figures doesn't come along so much. They don't made so much. I mean, there's not that many Dr. Fate figures out there. So to have him in my hand, finally, the only thing that do suck is that it is 7 inches. My main collection is more on 6-inch. So I'm gonna do some size comparison later on. But also another thing, talking about the accessories, it's lackluster. I was expecting this figure to have some effects, because his powers, his abilities is magic and spells. So I mean, I can look for some accessories that I have in my storage to put with this guy. Like for example, I have this book right here. As you all know, that Dr. Fate, he really chants his magic spells. So I can put it, this came from my Marvel Legends figure, so it's pretty cool that it fits in his hands. I can show that to you later on. But let's go take a look at the figure closely. So he has a nice gold look to him, as it should be. Dr. Fate, I think the last figure that this guy of this character is the DC Universe Classic, which I don't have with me at the moment, but I do own that figure. And if you search online on eBay how much that figure is worth, the DC Universe Classic Dr. Fate, it goes way up high in price just for that figure loose. So getting this Dr. Fate, this version, yeah, it's from the video game, but still, I do collect 7-inch figures, but I'm trying to stay away from not buying too many Mcfarlane figures, because DC Multiverse Mcfarlane, as I want to clarify, but yeah, trying to stay away from that. But yeah, taking a look at the overall his look. Yeah, it's from the video game. He has a plastic rubbery cape. Not too surprised. But man, look at that helmet. That helmet looks pretty awesome. Love the shine of the gold, especially going down to his chest piece. You can see his emblem. The shoulder pads also has the emblem of the cross. Yeah, just got a nice, the color tone is pretty good. There's no paint defects from what I see, even in the back. You got this, it's a rubbery, it's not hard plastic, but as you can see, I kind of ripped it a bit, and I wish I haven't done that. It chipped off the paint, but it doesn't hinder his articulation. His skirt, I don't want to open it too much. Here it is. Yeah, it's very pliable material, not too hard. Going down his legs, nice knee gauntlets. You got the emblem. His boots is colored on the tip, gold. So yeah, overall cool figure. Let's go over his articulation. He can look up that much. Can't really look up too high because of the back piece of his helmet. It blocks from him looking up. He can't look down too much, but good range. Side to side. His arms can go out pretty far, which is good. He likes to spread his arms when he does his spells. He got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then his wrists got a nice bracelet on his wrists on both sides. It's on a ball joint, so he can hinder it side to side, forward and back. His torso, he can go down that much. He can look up that high, side to side. Got a good crunch to it. He can spin. Going to his waist, he can turn. And now his legs, he can spread his legs about that far. He can kick about that high. Pretty good range. Even the back a little bit. But you're not going to get him in any acrobatic poses. So I'm alright with his articulation. His got double jointed knees. No thigh rotation, no boot cut rotation, but he does have ankle pivot. So cool figure, cool that I finally got Dr. Fate in my hands. You know, I was waiting for it. I know it wasn't going to be in 6-inch, but I still got him anyway. I pre-ordered him on GameStop, and for the price, $20, it's a good deal. I mean, despite the accessories is very lackluster, it does come with the card, like I said, and then the stand. The stand works somewhat decent. It doesn't come apart once you put it in, once you attach it. But yeah, I just wish that this figure had more accessories, some special effects, and other than that, the figure is pretty cool to have in the collection. I'm going to do some size comparison, so stay tuned for that. So here we have other Mcfarlene lines. Actually, I have a Mortal Kombat from Mcfarlene next to Dr. Fate, and then a Mcfarlane DC Multiverse, the same type of line. So we have pretty good in skill with those figures, obviously, because it's made by Mcfarlane. Now let's go to something much more other than Mcfarlane. Okay, here's some Marvel Legends figures. We have the Taskmaster from Hasbro. Damn, this Dr. Fate is having trouble standing. Anyway, and then we have the Sasquatch from Toy Biz, Marvel Legends. Now let's put in some DC Universe figures. We got his fellow Justice Society member, what's his name? Shoot. This is Mr. Terrific right there. So you can see Dr. Fate's is a bit tall than his fellow Justice League member, but he's gonna be flying most of the time. So you can see that size. And then I want to show you guys something else. Show you a very old figure that I have. This is from 1986 Superpowers line. This is Dr. Fate, mini Dr. Fate. This is about, I want to say, 4 inches. So 4 inches, 7 inches, and then 6 inches. There you go. So that's the Dr. Fate I have in my collection. I don't have a cape. I lost the cape, need to get a replacement. But yeah, I had this figure for a very long time. This was the only Dr. Fate that I've owned for so long. Now again, I do have the DC Universe Classic. That is a 6-inch Dr. Fate Classic, but it's not with me at the moment. But yeah, overall, you know, would I pick this Dr. Fate? Absolutely. If you don't have a Dr. Fate, I suggest you get him, because he's the only one out there for a reasonable price. And yeah, unless you want to pay scalper price on eBay for the classic DC Universe. I mean, this is not too bad. It's a bit taller. This is why I stay away from Mcfarlane figures as much as I can, because it's a whole new DC collection. Now I do collect DC, but it's mainly 6-inch. I do have 7-inch DC figures. I collect DC collectibles. They're out of business. They got bought out, and then Mcfarlane took over. If I will grab just 1 moment, I'll grab you a DC collectible Superman. So here's the DC Collectibles Bizarro. So he stands about 7 inches as well. So yeah, Mcfarlane, they took over the DC line after DC Collectibles. I mean, making DC Collectibles, from my experience, I bought figures from them, and they're very poor quality, and I'm glad they stopped making figures, DC Collectibles, because I had a few broken figures. I mean, I can show you some examples from DC Collectibles that broke on me. Like, look at this. This is from DC Collectibles toy line, and the arm broke off. Now, this is just an example. I have other few ones that have broken arms, broken foot, but I kept the pieces so that way I can glue it back on. But man, DC Collectibles, they're totally horrible. But I'm not gonna rant about it right now, because this is not a rant video. I just want to say that Mcfarlane, I'm not hating, or I'm not gonna buy every single figure that DC Mcfarlane is gonna put out there. So yeah, there's only certain characters that I would pick up. Like for example, the Batman. I picked up this one right here, the Thomas Wayne. That one was a good pickup. And then I also got Gorilla Grodd. I don't have a Gorilla Grodd in my collection, so it's pretty good that even though he scales a bit big in scale with the other figures, it's still good that he fits right in with the 6-inch line because he's a gorilla. So yeah, like I said, I pick here and there which figures I get from Mcfarlane DC. I do love the Mortal Kombat line. Don't get me wrong. I try to pick up every single Mortal Kombat figure that Mcfarlane has put out there. It's based off of MK11. But yeah, that's my overall look at Dr. Fate. Please stay tuned to check out the photos I put out. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Dr. Fate, you gotta holler at Cyborg, man. Cyborg.
Oh yeah.
Holler at, I say, when is the next Justice League? let's
Thank you.